Hey guys, and before we start, let's take a look at these new designs. Looking pretty good, pretty smart, celebrating breast cancer awareness. And these are from the US Mint, and they should be out shortly and could be quite interesting numismatically as far as I can see. There's been a few deliveries, so I've got a few things to show you guys. The first one of these is a package that arrived for me from the Royal Mint Bullion department. So you can see here, using my brand new box opener, discovering how it works. Very exciting for the first time. And I ordered one for me and one for one of the Silver Forum members who lives in Japan. And so I'm going to have these delivered, and I will send both of these particular coins for grading. They are, in fact, the brand new Queen's Beast unicorn, and they are the Bullion release. If you buy them from the mint, they come in these capsules, and quite often these have got damage to the Queen's portrait side. So 69s and 70s can be very difficult to get, and I thought I would maximise my chance a little bit by buying from Royal Mint Bullion. They've actually changed the reverse of this, or the obverse, in fact, the Queen's side. They've changed it, and they've now got this kind of micro pattern on the fields to give it a bit more of a texture, bringing the Queen's head portrait into a bit more of a relief. I couldn't see any particular damage to the Queen's head, which was good news, on either of these coins. Doesn't mean to say they'll get 70. It may prove quite difficult to get a 70 on these coins, and they could get 69 or even, perish the thought, maybe even 68 can happen with these coins. So the next one in the Queen's Beast series, and they actually look to me to be pretty good, and be interested to see how many times they change the textures and patterns on these within the series. I was surprised to see they changed it in the way they did part way through the quarter ounce series, but I guess they're trying out new things, and maybe they had feedback, and the feedback said that it was in need of a certain amount of improvement. But I think they did a good job with this. I think it is better in terms of texture than the first two. So we'll see exactly what happens. So sources for these coins, the two most obvious sources for them are the Royal Mint Bullion department and other sources in America like Pinehurst Coins. So when I'm in America, I often have them delivered to me from Pinehurst. And most of those have been in reasonable condition, but it is very, very hard to get these higher grades of coins in 69 and in 70. So there you have it. That was the first one, and that was for me. And then we've got another one, delivery from, in fact, a couple of deliveries from people who have sent coins in via the Silver Forum for grading. So let us take a look at what we have here that has been sent in for grading. Nicely packaged up, very protected. So the first one we've got is a small gold maple. This one is a reverse proof gold maple, and it looks smaller than the average quarter ounce coin. But in fact, it is actually quarter ounce of gold. And if you look at it widthways, it's just a little bit deeper than the average quarter ounce. So I guess they can make the diameter a little bit smaller to compensate. So next up in this little arrival is a Queen's Beast. And it's the same as I've just shown on the previous part of the video. This is the new unicorn, exactly the same as from the Royal Mint Bullion, but this one was sourced from Atkinson's, and it doesn't come in a capsule. Hopefully this one will do just as well. but you know, you can sometimes find them a little bit cheaper if you buy them from non-raw mint bullion sources. But as I explained previously, I decided to take a flyer, pay a little bit more, and have one that was sent directly by raw mint bullion, and hopefully that'll have some payback in terms of grading. So, still a very nice coin, no matter who you buy it from, and whether you want to have it graded, or whether you're just putting them in a collection of each different beast, or just accumulating bullion. I think the Queen's Beasts are generally a pretty good collection, and hopefully will do a little bit better than average in terms of bullion and percentage over spot in years to come. So next up we have a Panda, 2010 Panda. 2010 was, I think, the last year before the mass expansion of pandas. So anything after 2010, there's a lot of them around. In fact, 2010 was a pretty big expansion as well. So be careful about pandas, because the newer ones are much less rare than the older ones. So we'll see which one that grades at, whether it does a good grade, not being in the original OMP. Now this is interesting and rather nice. So very much in the spotlight at the moment, Palladium. So it's a platinum-like metal in terms of its use. I think gets used in a lot of catalytic converters and stuff, although with the diesel car generation having come under so much pressure, I don't know whether the world is going to produce as many diesels going forward. But Maple Leaf, low premium Palladium, but Palladium has shown a massive improvement in spot price. So probably that one shows quite a good profit already. And then here we've got another maple leaf, silver maple leaf, in beautiful condition, impeccable condition. Really, really nice coin. And that one's going to get graded as well. I really like the look of these early maples. I think they are really cool coins. I don't have any, but you can see the portraits of Her Majesty, and maybe at some stage, particularly things like palladium and platinum. It's always kind of interesting in a stack to have a variety of other metals, and to have a little bit of diversity in the stack. So a question aimed at those of you who don't send coins in for grading at the moment. If you did decide to send coins into NGC for grading, what would you choose? What would be your coins of choice to send over to NGC? You can see here in my videos what the Silver Forum members decide to choose, but how would yours be different from that? Would you send US commemoratives? Would you send only gold, only silver, palladium, platinum? How would you choose which coins are best to grade? So these particular coins are the ones sent in by another Silver Forum member. This is the first time this Silver Forum member has sent coins in for grading. And these coins are, as you can see, one of my absolute all-time favourites, the British Sovereign, just under 1/4 of an ounce of gold in each delightful sovereign. And these sovereigns are all proof. There are 3 proof sovereigns here of different years, different heads, and the guy who collected these have been in the family for a long time, and he's told me that these haven't really been handled and touched. But as you can see, when you rotate the capsule, you can see that some of the specks rotate with the coins, and some of the specks rotate or don't rotate, and that's a sign that maybe there's some specks of dust over the years. Capsules get opened, And in fact, one of the reasons for grading these things is to put them in an environment where they can't really be, they can be really protected, and where these kind of things can't happen. And you can see, watch carefully the specks in the background as I twist this capsule, and you can see, use this to see whether the capsule is the part of the coin that's containing the problem, or the specks, or whether the specks are on the coin itself. So see, as I twist it round, you can see some of the dust moves with the capsule and some of it stays on the coin. And I think that what I'm going to do is recommend that all of these coins go to NCS for conservation first. It takes another 2 weeks service time to get them conserved. There's another $11, but all of these coins, even though they're gold, they're all graded under the NGC modern tier, not the gold tier. So if you're looking at the NGC price list, don't forget the gold tier is only from before 1955 and up to a certain value. So all of these coins are modern sovereigns, and they can get graded at the modern charge, which is only $17. If you put them through conservation, their cost is $28, including conservation. And although the conservation may not add any dramatic value to these coins, the presentation of them is likely to be just a little bit better when you put them into the slab if they're conserved. And I think I tend to conserve many more gold coins than silver coins, because I think gold conserves particularly well. So there you have it. Don't forget to comment and let us all know what coins you would choose for grading as well. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe and you'll get a notification when there's a new video up. Thanks very much for watching, guys.